Hello and welcome to Camp Overboard. Usually this is a show for playing board games, but this is summer camp, and that means we're going outside. So today we're playing the frisbee and dunking lawn game, Can Jam. Here's how you play. First, the field is set up with two cans facing each other anywhere from 25 to 50 feet apart, depending on how difficult you want the game to be. The game is played with two teams of two. Both team members will play as a thrower and a deflector each round before swapping with the opposing team. The thrower is trying to throw a frisbee at or into the other player's can, while the deflector tries to help them by redirecting the frisbee into the can. Smack, swat, kick, anything short of grabbing the frisbee is okay. Points are awarded for how the frisbee hits or enters the can, and the first team to 21 points wins. Here is how the points are awarded. 1 point is awarded when the deflector hits the frisbee against the outside of the can. 2 points is awarded when the thrower hits the can with the frisbee, without any assistance from the deflector. 3 points is awarded when the deflector jams the frisbee inside the can. To win, a team must reach exactly 21 points. If they accidentally go over, they lose that many points instead. If the team that goes first reaches 21, the other team still gets one more turn to try to win. And in Can Jam, there's always a chance to win. That's because a team instantly wins the game if the thrower gets the frisbee inside the can, either from the top or through the slit in the front, without any help from the deflector. When a team achieves an instant win, the game is over. Unlike reaching 21 points, there is no opportunity for a steal. So let's hit the field and get jamming.
Hello and welcome to Polygon's Camp Overboard. Today we are playing a flying disc game called Can Jam, and we are playing it tournament style. We've got 4 teams here today. We've got the pewter pangolins. Woo! We've got the amber eyes. We've got the fuchsia fennec foxes. And we've got the cerulean sable.
Yeah! Over here.
Without further ado, let's play.
Woo!
And we're here at the official Camp Overboard tournament. My name is Clayton Ashley, and I'm here with my co-host,
Tara Long.
Tara Long.
I thought you were waiting for me to say something. I'm so happy to be here. This was such a fun shoot, such a good, friendly competition, right up until the very end when everything went sour. We'll get there, but for now,
We'll get there.
We're starting off with 2 teams. We've got Christina and Kofie here on the Amber Eyes. And we've
Our
got
first point of the game.
Yes.
A great one. Great smack by Kofie. That gives the Amber Eyes 1 point to take the lead. But not for long, because that's the first dunk
Ooh.
of the game.
A lot of dunks.
It's my favorite part of Can Jam.
Had you played this game before?
I had. But I usually play it with a drink in my other hand, so I couldn't participate in the tournament today. That's a different league.
Oh, that's a different
The one-handed drink league. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. I was not familiar with the sport of Can Jam prior to this game, and I have to say the first thing that struck me was how far apart the cans are. It was it was shocking to see in real life.
Being that this is a Camp Overboard is in the amateur league, we did use... Oh my goodness. That shocked me the day it happened, and it shocked me right now. Everyone was okay, though. The camera was okay. And the game moves on.
I should mention here that we've trimmed this episode for length, so you may see the score shoot up at certain points. That is merely us trying to give you the highlights of this game. I'll admit there were a lot of bad throws. A lot of bad throws.
Yeah, as I was just getting to, that this is an amateur league. Many people were playing Can Jam for the first time today. We'll let you guess who.
Mm-hmm.
But a normal game of Can Jam, officially, by the rules, by the book, is 50 feet apart between those two cans. We're at about 25 feet here.
Right, so normally even the great distance featured here in this episode. It's really about half of what it should be, which makes the dunks even that more unattainable, but that much more exciting when they do happen.
Mm-hmm. So now we're getting in the groove of this first game. The Fuchsia Finnick Foxes, have taken a wide lead, commanding lead, 11-6. But I wouldn't count the Eyes out just yet.
No.
Or would I? I guess I know how this ends, but you don't.
I mean, Kofie in particular, obviously his sports background has given him some competitive edge here.
It is 9-11. No! Oh no!
But has just shown great sportsmanship, great vigor, and especially as they come up and almost surpass the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes here. They're pretty neck and neck at the moment.
Yep, they've jumped back up. And we'll see if Kofie can bring us to a lead for the Amber Eyes. Well done.
The Amber Eyes take the lead.
Now, Pat has an interesting style here. I consider it... It's elegant. It's understated. And it brought the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes back to a lead.
Understated is a good word. I don't know that it's necessarily the word I would use to describe Pat in this particular game, who at several points throughout the competition throws his hat on the ground in anger.
Yeah, right now he's getting into words
now
with the referee.
seen cursing me off and flipping off his own boss in the middle of this competition. I have to say, a little disappointed with his sportsmanship in this game. Does it pay off, though? Stick around and find out.
Ooh. Now that one came pretty close to you, I recall, but I'm glad you made it out of this game observing it without any injuries.
It was close. I did get almost hit with the... Is it a jam or is it just a frisbee? I don't know. I'll just call it a jizbee. I did almost get hit with the jizbee multiple times throughout the afternoon.
And we have a new lead by the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes. And they're going to take that lead right to the bank. That's the official 21 points you need to win this game, but we're not done yet. The Amber Eyes have a chance to steal.
Can Christina do it?
No.
That's the answer.
But Kofie has a chance. For an instant win, this game can end in an immediate, instantaneous win if the frisbee can glide right into that can without assistance.
Mm-hmm. Either on top or through that slit.
And that's game one. We have a victory by the Finnick Fuchsia's Foxes. They're going to move forward in the tournament, winning their semifinals, and we'll see them in the finals.
Now for a little post-game interview.
We've got Kofie and Christina here from the Amber Eyes. Guys, how you doing today? How you feeling?
Feeling good. We gave it our all. You know, the Finnick Foxes gave us a tough challenge, and I think we got into a good rhythm mid-game. But, you know, the better team won today, and we'll come back next time ready to play, and hopefully we get the rematch.
It was a close match today. Anything you think y'all could have done to maybe turn the tides?
I don't know. I'm actually just impressed with how we did. I really thought we wouldn't do as well, or like particularly myself going into this. I was very intimidated by Pat and Sadie watching them practice. So I'm glad we put up a good fight. Yeah.
If you have to say something negative about the other team, what would it be?
Dumb color, dumb animal. I don't like it.
I got nothing.
Well said. Back to you.
And we're back with the second game in the official Camp Overboard Can Jam tournament with the Pewter Pangolins and the Cerulean Sobbles.
I have to say, the Pewter Pangolins
Oh god, it's a bad shot!
surprised me a little bit.
They had a lot of fun.
They did, which is a nice diplomatic way of saying that they were very bad at Can Jam. That's why they surprised me. I kind of thought that they would be a little bit better.
I did have to check on this, and having more fun in a game of Can Jam does not provide your team with any extra points.
Her technique is interesting. She does have a bit of a curve to the right, I've noticed.
Oh, that was close. Weirdly close.
I have to say, if there's anyone who dressed for the sport of Can Jam today, it's Petrana. She looks ready to go.
Great team uniforms, too. They were the ones I most wanted to steal.
Ready?
I was expecting more baseball caps, as it was a bright day.
Yes. Although I do appreciate Patch's little headband, his sweatband. Because, as we now know, you can work up quite a sweat playing this game.
I could have sworn those were banned in the Can Jam rules, but he's a stickler and showed me it was allowed, so.
Yes! Oh, yeah.
Is it pronounced Sobble or Sable? I've been saying Sables.
Sables? Sobbles? I think Sobble is a Pokemon, and you're right. This animal is a Sable.
All right. While the Cerulean Sables are already just a few minutes into the game, taking a commanding lead, 6-1. Patches is really carrying that team, if I can say so, and I think I can because I'm sure that Simone would agree with me here.
I think I remember Simone's contention was that her dunking was providing the team with many of its points.
Yes, Simone was a great receiver.
Much like the game of baseball, which I'm sure everyone watching this fully understands.
I definitely do.
Every player must play 2 roles, throwing and deflecting.
Yes.
Wow, thank you for having faith in me. I appreciate that, but no.
No, I'm so sorry.
And sometimes a team's strength lies in who is throwing and who is dunking.
I tried coaching Simone throughout this playthrough, giving her some tips, because, and no one who's watching the video will know this, but I'm actually an expert frisbee thrower, which I did not find out until I had to retrieve and throw back the frisbee so many times after Simone shot it way off camera.
But she's got those dunks. Another excellent dunk by Simone de Rochefort. I'm very impressed by the way that she uses her fear of the frisbee, sort of a reactionary fight or flight response, as though the frisbee were some fearsome bird attacking her.
Yes.
I need to guide it more. I'm so sorry, Petrana. We're getting better. There's like an exponential improvement. That's true. If Patches and Petrana were on the same team, we'd be dead. It would have been amazing.
Get there.
We're getting there. Yeah, do not forget a single point tear along. We are bleeding.
You really need all the help you can
New
get.
strategy. Throw it to me.
Okay.
I think that is a little bit of what the team Cerulean Sobbles call reverse psychology, intimidating the team through counter tactics that don't make sense.
It certainly seems that there is a curve of some sort on the frisbee, but only when Simone is throwing it. Petrana and Jenna seem to be faring quite well, even though they are in a disappointing loss right now.
Seems like a tough road ahead for the Pangolins, but boy are they having fun. Which again won't matter much, especially now that the Sables the Sables are now at 18 points within reach of victory.
Okay. I have full faith.
Yeah, give yourself.
I will say one thing that I do know. One thing that I do know of Simone, and I know she would agree with this, is that she is a terrific support player.
Now it's my turn to get this in one hit.
So in Can Jam, I think the support is actually just as, if not more important than the offensive strategy.
The Pewter Pangolins are showing us the usefulness of a frisbee thrown on target.
Fair enough.
But a good jump and a good attempt.
Yes, this is a game where being tall gives you a distinct advantage.
So we are now in the threat zone for the Cerulean Sables.
Sables.
Because in Can Jam, you must reach exactly 21 points to win. Scoring over actually loses you points. So Simone does not want to get a 2-point score. Did not want to get a dunk, and they did it. They threaded the needle.
Perhaps Simone just works better under pressure.
Let me try my left-handed now. My secret weapon. Yeah. Hi, I'm not right-handed.
Can the Pewter Pangolins make the instantaneous win? Well, not that time.
It's all in you. Put it this low.
Petrana, you've been getting closer and closer to dunking it.
But Petrana's got a chance.
She does. And Petrana has a good throwing arm as well.
Don't touch it.
1 point,
That was 1 point, so that's the final score. Final score.
No instant win today. That is the game.
We'll be heading into the final round shortly, with the winning teams on both sides playing against each other.
That does move the Cerulean Sables on to the final round. But first, an interview with the Pangolins.
Well, Pewter Pangolins, you put up a valiant effort, but unfortunately, it was not enough to defeat the Cerulean Sables. First question, how does it feel to be losers?
You know what? I'm just proud that we even scored points at all. This is our first game in the big leagues, and it's just an honor to be here.
Yeah, we might be the Pewter Pangolins this year, but we're going to come back the Gold Pangolins next year.
Galins.
The Gold Galins.
Gold
Watch out for
Galins.
us next year. We're coming for you.
All right, any tips for the last round, the team?
Believe in yourself!
Believe in yourself!
That's what losers say.
And we're back, ready to jam with the last round of the Camp Overboard Can Jam tournament. Our two finalists are the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes and the Cerulean Sables.
Kudos
Said it
on
right
that
that time.
pronunciation, Clayton.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I've been working really hard, doing a lot of training, but this is when it really matters, the finals.
The finals are always the most exciting match of any game. We've got the best of the best Can Jam players here. And look, we've got an audience in the background as well. You can't see it as a viewer, but there were thousands, if not millions, of people gathered behind the cameras to watch this exciting final match.
And another gentle dunk by player Simone de Rochefort of the Cerulean Sables. But the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes are on the board with an excellent swipe by player Sadie Guinness.
There's no crying in Can Jam.
That's right, Pat. There is no crying in Can Jam. You will be disqualified. Simone trying out a new pivot technique.
Markedly better than many of her previous throws, but still not quite enough for Patches to save.
Oh man, there are a lot of flies around me.
Ooh.
Patches informing his partner that there were many flies around him helped her achieve a dunk, but I'm sure they're not complaining.
You can see Simone is really working on improving her technique. Unfortunately, not very successful.
And a classic dunk by Pat brings the Fuchsia Finnick Foxes that much closer. Rolling in the dirt, playing Can Jam. God, I wish that were me.
Oh!
Did that just happen?
I think that just happened.
Oh, don't you love to see it? We had an instant win by Pat, and we have a traditional Can Jam beatdown of any player arrogant enough to show true skill.
The game is not over!
That's it.
The game's not over!
That's it.
We get another turn!
No, you don't.
We're second!
Not when there's an instant win. It's
No!
Wow, that was an exciting game of Can Jam. What an upset. Fuchsia Finnick Foxes, anything to say for yourselves?
I would just like to say I take a little grievance with the term upset.
I mean, to be fair, you guys were down 6 points. It was not looking very good for you.
We had our strategy figured out right from the start. We were aware of these other clowns' strategy with the excellent setups from Matt Patches, the excellent dunks from Simone de Rochefort. But at the end of the day, we knew that we were going to go for the instant win, and we took that opportunity. I want to thank God. I want to say there's no I in team, but there is an I, and I am simply unstoppable on the Can Jam court. And I challenge any of these jabronis to step up and find out.
Cerulean Sables, your response.
I'm disappointed in the outcome, but it is what it is. This is sport.
Patches, you put up a very tough game today. How are you feeling about this?
You know, we demonstrated great might and great jam, and I just think we were on the road to a legitimate win. And this is kind of embarrassing for the other team to win in this way. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was not a win. Technically, they won, but I think next summer we better duke it out again to see like who's actually good at Can Jam.
Yeah, Can Jam can sometimes be about stamina and not about sinking one miracle shot. That's the sport that I fell in love with, watching it as a kid, and that's the kind of sport I like to see played. Yeah, I'll see you next year on the court, buddy.
Wow, this is quite contentious. That's Can Jam, baby.
Thank you for watching Camp Overboard. This has been Can Jam. Congratulations to all of our players, and most of all to our winners, the Fuchsia Fennec Foxes! Boo!
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Camp Overboard. Stay tuned next week for the final episode, where we'll take on a spooky campfire game.